Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well. Waiting for a couple people to pop in here real quick, and we'll get down to some business here. I've got. Oh, I need. All right, so we know the audio works, don't we? There we go. We know the audio works. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night tonight. I know I am. I got a little extra time off work, so maybe I'll be able to get out and promote this channel a little bit more, work on getting some radio spots, and see if we just can't get the name out there. Anyway, we've got a couple things to go over tonight. I guess let's just get started. 3 viewers, very nice. I tried putting the chat in the, hey, Crazy World, great to see you. I tried putting the chat window where we could see it on the screen, but my computer just won't render it for whatever reason, so that's not an option. Anyways, going to get down to it here. First, I'd like to bring up what's coming up October 15th. This is October 1st. Hello, Michelle. Great to see you. So what we'll do, I hope this works, is... Oh, yeah, I was going to switch over to the den before I started talking. Welcome, everybody, to Dark Wolf's Den. I am Dark Wolf, for those who don't know. We're coming to you live from atop the Rocky Mountains in the beautiful Pacific Northwest of the United States of America. So, first things first. Coming up October 15th. Everybody who is watching this stream, now or in the future, if you are Mandela affected at all, you are invited to join us October 15th for a party. We got a lot of stuff to celebrate, guys. It's time to celebrate each other and be thankful that there are others that see this too. Kind of a Mandela Thanksgiving, if you will. So that's kind of what it breaks down to, being thankful for each other. Mandela Thanksgiving Day for all of us, just to thank anybody and everybody else who is affected. Thank them for being affected, for being able to see what's really going on. Whether you agree with them or not, there are a couple channels that I don't agree with that I am going to definitely make it a point to go thank for being affected. Ought to be interesting to see what they say back. So make sure you grab your favorite Mandela affected character's party hat. Here we got Darth Vader, Berenstein Bears, of course, my ultimate #1, like, Mandela effect favorite. See how many people we got watching right this moment. Well, that's not going to tell me anything, is it? 6, very nice. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, Berenstein Bears was my #1 first effect. Back in 2015. There's a Star Wars mask, if that's your thing. Maybe some Mickey Mouse. There's a lot of them around the mouse. So make sure you join us October 15th and say thank you to everybody who is affected. Let's make this an annual holiday and let's make this a success, guys. We need everybody's help. We need you to spread the word, get the word out, let everybody know this is going to be our holiday. The 15th of October. So there we go. Hope you guys definitely do that. Why is that not showing correctly in the window? Oh, well. Hopefully the next screen will. Yep. So, the curious case of a curious world. Let's get down to the actual meaning of the stream here. I was going through YouTube, and every day I try to look at Mandela Effect videos, at least in the past week or so. And I do that every day because, well, YouTube has a funny way of popping up videos that you should have already seen but haven't. So we all know how that goes. I was watching a video by a guy who said he remembered a show on the Travel Channel called A Curious World. And I've seen multiple videos since then of people showing evidence. So I figured I'd look into it. And guys, it's interesting. I wanted to debunk this. I thought it'd be a really quick, easy debunk to do. Boy, was I ever wrong. I found a really, really interesting pile of evidence that I want to share with you guys. See if you guys can make two heads of it. I agree. An incredible idea for the 15th. I fully agree, Helen. 110%. So let me go over here and screen share the other window. There we go. Thanks for being patient with us, guys. So first I typed in Curious World TV show. See what comes up. I know I hit enter. Friggin' machine. Thing wants to be, funny. And I found something on IMDb first. And I thought, aha, I got it. This was done. That simple. Not that simple, actually. When it comes up, we'll see. What did I? Okay, Curious World was supposed to be this kind of paranormal-ish, factoid type show. Found something resembling it, but it was only on Curiosity Stream, which is on the internet. So nobody can remember watching it on TV if that's the case. So it stopped me there. What do we got over here? I didn't see this a minute ago. Exploring the mysteries of the universe. So what is this? I didn't find this the other day when I was looking, guys. Curiosity Stream. This is on. It's not on TV per se. As far as I know, Curiosity Stream is an online network. If I'm wrong and that's a TV channel, somebody please let me know. I don't watch TV. Very nice. Lots of late nighters hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys, you night owls. It's only about 2:15 in the morning for me here, so it's not too bad. I guess somebody asked about it on Reddit, this show called Curious World. Let's check out the actual claim here. As you can see, I've already went to it once. So this may be random, but this Reddit group seems like the type that would have watched this show for years. This has driven me crazy. When I was a kid, around 1999 or so, I would watch this show that came on the Travel Channel called Curious World, hosted by a guy with gray hair and a beard. It was a lot like Ripley's Believe It or Not, but it often delved into paranormal and unexplained things. Some of the episode segments that stand out were Robbie the Doll and the Holy Grail, things like that. So here's the weird part. Can't seem to find the show anywhere on the internet. I've Googled it a number of times, and all I've come up with is 2 other people that were looking for it. Maybe there were only like 10 episodes for all I know, but I wish I could watch it again. I have great memories of watching it with my dad and father. So that was the original claim. And I thought, well, I'm really, really good at finding stuff like that. I love TV shows. I love trying to find TV shows. So I figured I'd, see what I could find on this. And, tell me I didn't just unmute that. I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, that was weird. I heard a weird noise. It's odd. Huh. Anyway, so again, I like looking into things like this, and I thought, well, surely this would be easy to find. And every time I thought I'd find a lead on here, it led to more dead ends, which really baffled me. Because it don't take me no time to find a TV show. And this is the same one. No, I don't have Prime Video. No, I don't want it. No. Can't get out of it. All right, fine. Anyway, this is the Curiosity Stream one. Gonna have to take my word for that one, I guess. And I just closed the wrong tab, didn't I? Oops, reopen. So anyway, that's the one from Curiosity Stream once again. Can we colonize Mars? The traits. See, I didn't see nothing about Robbie the Robot or the Holy Grail or anything in this list of episodes. Clearly not the one we're looking for. So I wasn't able to preliminarily, I think I used that word right, preliminarily find very much at all. And there's a little bit more. Hold on. So I did a different search, but wait, there's more. Let's go quotations. It's funny how Google works like that. Type in Curious World Travel Channel, which I thought, aha, this will solve it right here. You only come up with about 4 results. Oh, what happened? Where all these come from? Oh, these are without quotes. All of them without quotes. No, that's not what I want. What happened last time? See, this is weird. Every time I go to do, I should have done it the other day when I had it pulled up. I had it all pulled up and I closed it and said, no, I'm not going to worry with it. Huh. All right, so let's see what we get here. More Reddit, that's fine. Message board from 2014, game FAQs. What do we have here? Does anyone remember this show? I used to watch all the time as a kid. I love to watch them, but I can't find any by Googling. The Travel Channel on Wiki doesn't even have it listed. I think this is probably the same guy or person. Sort of like Ripley's Believe It or Not crossed with Monumental Mysteries. Right? Very strange indeed, Helen. Very strange indeed. And this is from totally like 4 years ago before the I don't even think there's Mandela effect not even mentioned in here. It says there's a game FAQ site. September 8, 2000 or September 2008, excuse me. So this is even earlier. When I was younger, around 1990 or 2000, wow, that's a big difference. There's this show that tells ghostly things and weird things. I think it called Curious World. All these people remember this show. I'm dare to call this an ME myself because I can't debunk it. I thought it would take me 2 or 3 minutes like it normally does to go, oh, here it is. Here's your mistake. No worries. But I can't. I can't find it anywhere. And what's even more odd, if I can find this link, because it came up last time, I found a really weird piece of information that really threw me off. I just needed to come up. So it was on TV Guide. There it is. So Curiosity TV show. Now here's the really strange part, guys. So I pulled this up on TV Guide. I'm not a big fan of TV Guide as far as spellings, things like that, whatever. But this isn't a spelling thing. It's got, if it'll list it here. Okay, the overview didn't tell me anything on it. That's right. But I went over here to episodes. I figured, every one of them would be empty. You know how these sites are. Just throw any word in there to get you to click on it. See what's going on in the chat. Mandela Mile. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Glad you stopped in to talk to us. So we've got these here, which are not the same episodes as what we've seen over there on the other Curious World one. 2002 and 2001, I think, or 2004, I'm sorry, these aired. But cast and details don't get a whole lot of information on. At least I did the other day. We'll see now. Premiered April 16th, 2001. It don't seem to be taking us anywhere. It don't have pictures for them, but TV Guide shows that at one point it was a show of some type. Oh, I love that name, Helen. As soon as Jimmy Jam said that, I was like, yeah, that's perfect. And who was it? You were somewhere the other day and someone stopped their stream. Is like, I like that name. Oh, where was that? I remember hearing it. I don't think I was in the stream at the time. I think it was a replay I listened to. But somebody stopped the stream and was like, I like that name a lot. It was really cool. But back to this curious case of a curious world. So then I thought, okay, well, if it was a TV show, they must have had a website. So I thought, well, let's go to curiousworld.com. See if maybe it was a defunct website or maybe give us some more information on it. It took another weird turn at this point in the investigation. This is Curious World, ladies and gentlemen. It is a children's site. Pretty sure this ain't what the guy was talking or person was talking about. I keep saying guy. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. May have actually been a girl who made that post. But anyway, Curious George, how you like that? Looks so weird without that tail there. This is a children's site, guys. Curious World took us to a children, which makes sense, but it definitely is not a TV show. Excuse me. I need another drink. A Curious World does not exist. So the best I could find on this is inconclusive. That's it. That's the best I can find on this A Curious World. I have to dare say call this a Mandela effect simply for the fact that I can't disprove it. And this is why I try to debunk things, guys. I don't try to debunk things to pick on people or make people look bad or whatever the case may be. I debunk things in order to prove them correct or incorrect. Curious World logo, and the only thing I get for this, I believe, was the kids things. Now, I got this. I don't recognize this logo, and this may or may not have been from the TV show he remembers. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I don't remember the TV show personally, though it sounds like something I would probably be interested in finding. So it really makes me mad that I can't find it. What's this? Jeu de Vision Grandeur Nature. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. Maybe my French class was enough to pronounce that semi-decently anyway. We're kindergartners, right? Oh, Captain Lee, long time no see. How you doing, old friend? Great to see you. At least some of my old friends didn't give up on my channel. I know I've lost a lot of subs lately. I also gained a whole lot of subs lately, guys. You see that? We cracked 1,000. This channel finally cracked 1,000 subs. Took us long enough. Only almost 2 years. We're very, very excited to announce that and thank everybody who's helped make this channel what it is today. I know I do some questionable stuff sometimes and it makes people mad as far as debunks. That's going to happen, and I wish I could say I'm sorry for it, but I can't apologize for speaking my truth. So, yeah. All right, what do we got here? Curiosity TV series. Is this maybe... No, this is from 2011. That's way too new. This didn't even come out in 2011. There are people asking about it back in 2008. So that can't be it. I love the Mandanimals, Michelle says. Even if they're not Mandela effect, I find them cute and the oddest animals, so we're at least learning. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're learning stuff. That's the whole point. Even if, I've learned some stuff too. Even if I'm wrong, I'll come back and tell you I'm wrong. Look, I learned some fake history. I give you guys some fake information. But I learn something every day from you guys, and it's so amazing. A lot of times I learn who's lying in the community, and that's never a good thing, but still, we're not going to go down that road. A Curious World streaming TV show online. What do we got here? Just watch. What do we have here, guys? Is this from Curiosity Stream? Point is, we can't find anything linking it to the Travel Channel at all. Patience, Bob Ross is painting the backdrop, is what that said, guys. The happy trees. If that man never said the happy trees in the brush, I will eat my shoe. Just make sure it's full of barbecue sauce first. All right. A curious only thing again we can find is that one from Curiosity Stream. And that came out, I believe that said in 01. So it could be, but guys, I can't even find the episodes that the person mentioned. So again, I'm calling this Mandela effect just because I can't find any other way around it. At least, at the very least, it has changed to a different show altogether on a completely different channel. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying if that's your thing, at the very least, that's one conclusion that can be drawn. Among many. Now, maybe they tried to just wipe this from existence, but I don't know why they would go to such trouble. I really, really don't. Unless it had too much truth in it, but they wouldn't let it on TV to begin with. So, let me go. Let's try that again, guys. Let me know what you think down in the description in the comment box below if you're watching this later. I'm sure they believe me if everything is BS. I'm probably in the middle of a conversation I have nothing about. Oh, Lion Mandelians make us look bad. Yes. Hallelujah, Mandela Mile. Yes. And there are a couple of them that come on every week doing the same thing. And it amazes me how many people did. Not going to get into that. They make us look bad. Anyway, so the curious case of the curious world is very curious indeed because I curiously can't figure out what's going on. I can't find anything linking it to Travel Channel. I can find evidence of a couple different versions of Curious World, but I can't find anything past that. It's really strange, guys. So, oops. Something else I'd like to talk about since the stream's just nowhere near long enough. Mandela Mile, I can't wait to see your next video. I very much look forward to it. So I'd like to talk about next the emotion theory. And if you guys have any questions on the emotion theory or anything you'd like to add to it or comment about it, I'd love to hear it. So the emotion theory is primarily based on this work right here by Dr. Emoto, Masaru Emoto. And we've covered this many, 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 many times on this channel. I love his work. We've covered the rice experiments. Oh, yeah. You like that? Isn't that neat? That's just a color trick. I'll show you that later on, Michelle. It's a color trick in OBS. Really simple to do, surprisingly enough. Dr. Masaru Emoto did experiments showing that the emotions that we have and that we give out in the frequency of even the words themselves, even written on something. Oh, no worries, Helen. Appreciate you listening. Even written on something can change the ice crystal form of the water when it freezes. As we see here, we've got Mozart's Symphony, John Lennon, Love, and they're all different. What gets me are the ones that are before and after prayer. Like these are hardcore evidences right here that something's going on. So this, in my opinion, comes from this right here. This is kind of a depiction of the radiation coming off our body. And I don't mean heat radiation. I mean emotional, bioelectric frequency radiation that's coming off our bodies in all directions at all times. Mandela Mile says it's true. Water for my plants are much better with good uplifting music. I leave the water beside the stereo for them for a day. Very nice. I've also heard of people doing crystal experiments, concentrating good energy into crystals and putting them into plants. things like that. Torus field, very good, Michelle. If anybody would know this, it would be you. Rainbow color, that's awesome. So the torus field creates our aura. It creates the Merkaba, if you will. That's kind of a good picture of the Merkaba. Now that I've said Merkaba, I expect another 1,000 subscribers all of a sudden hit my channel because I use the word. Oh, I need to put it in the title, don't I? I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. I'm only joking. Joking. Anyway, it's an inside joke between me and somebody here. They know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this field that surrounds us radiates out into what is the environment around us. So the theory, in my opinion, I'm going to have to switch over here back to the web pages for a moment to finish explaining the theory here in depth. And if, like I said, you guys have any, I'm doing this live, so you guys have any questions, I can kind of cover them. You see any loopholes in what I'm saying, please, by all means, let me know. Please let me know. I don't mind being wrong. Not at all. Difference is, I'll admit being wrong and won't purposely mislead. Anyway, I'm getting off topic again. Just know, guys, there are channels out there that are weekly that are trying to mislead you. And I've proven it time and time again on here. I'm leaving it at that. So we're looking up how, okay, I like this new feature of YouTube too. Instead of having to type, I'm lazy. How much water is in the air? This is something I should have done on the last one, I guess. At any moment, the atmosphere contains an astounding 37.5 million.
At any moment, the atmosphere contains an astounding 37.5 billion gallons of water in the invisible vapor phase. This is enough water to cover the entire surface of the Earth with 1 inch of rain.
So I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Is enough water to cover the entire Earth in 1 inch of rain. 37.5 million billion gallons of water in the atmosphere at any given moment. So, knowing that water holds emotional energy, knowing also that the emotional energy is radiated from the body. It is my theory that when it's my theory. It's a theory me and the team have been working for quite a while, that when we get to it, when the water itself gets a certain amount of emotional buildup in it, whether it's fear, whether it's happiness, whether it's surprise, whatever it may be, once it hits that breaking point in any given emotion, I think that's when we hit a shift. All that energy is released and reneutralized to be regained by the water molecules. Of course, this is only all theory, but it would explain a whole lot of things. It would explain why we see multiple things change, like the Thinker, like the Mount Rushmore, because we all look at it as a community with that wow, that surprise emotion. And enough of us do that, it builds up that much more quickly, and we have a shift. Thank you, Captain Lee. I appreciate that. Water is programmable, absolutely. And it's being programmed with our emotions that are exuding off of us at all times. And it gets to that certain limit and breaks. That could be what we call a shift. Whatever energy is there is released into the environment. At that point, say there's a whole lot of surprise focus on Mount Rushmore, something on Mount Rushmore changes, or the Statue of Liberty. Or I also point to in the springtime, a lot of artists were getting out, new inspiration, coming out in the spring, coming out for new colors and new ideas. At the very same time, we start seeing a lot of art Mandela effects. The Thinker, the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper. We suddenly start seeing all these different art Mandela effects. So I think it comes all the way back down to us, guys. I think we may be responsible for the Mandela effect. Just to the point of our emotional impact on the environment, which a lot of people would call this pseudoscience. Fair enough. Maybe it is. Maybe it's pure pseudoscience. Maybe I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. But maybe I do. This is probably one of the best theories I've been able to come up with yet. And we're mostly water, so it goes to say we should be able to fix ourselves. I know it's me that gets in my own way on that, said Michelle. Agreed. Why just us, Helen? I'm glad you mentioned that. I think that could go back to a trauma base. I think something has allowed us to think in the world and look at the world in a completely different way than the gen pop or the general population. I think something, some kind of trauma has enacted us a little differently than it has most people. Instead of snapping, we unlocked something perhaps, unlocked an ability that beforehand would have been just laughed at. Something we may not even know we're doing because we handled our emotions in a different way than most people would have. I know I went through an interesting marriage and even worse, divorce, and I'm sure that was the trigger back in 2012, 2013. Now, I did see an oddity in '08, and I had just lost my father around that same time, within a year of that. So, again, I could see this being a semi trauma based thing, that our emotions we handle in a different way that allows us to change the code, if you will, um, of reality. Not just one of us, though. One of us is like dropping a drop of water into a pond, it changes nothing. But when the whole pond moves, the land itself is changed. When a whole river runs across rocks and land, it digs it out. When a single drop of water runs across it, does nothing. Same kind of thing here, in my opinion. This could be what is causing the Mandela effect. This could also be what explains the flip flops, the amount of emotional energy built up of memories that we all remember it being the opposite way is strong enough that we flop it back to what it used to be. It could be, it could explain a whole lot of it. It could explain why emotions get high and weird during shifts. You're welcome, says Michelle, but it's the truth. The more like that, the better, and better this place will be. Absolutely. Our subconscious believe what you tell it to, doesn't know any different. We are programmable. Mandela Mile, I 110% agree with that. And I've considered the idea that it comes back to the subconscious level. And the reason I considered that, I've actually been doing, or been getting ready to do, a dice experiment. I did a little bit of it the other day. And while I was doing it, what I was doing is rolling a dice. And if anybody wants to do this, please run this experiment yourself. I would love to know what you found out. Even everything you hear TV is so programmed. Oh yeah. That's why they call it programming. Let's not even that. That's another rabbit hole all in of itself. Matter of fact, that is no, it's not another rabbit hole of itself. It goes with this. That is why the mainstream media, who I think figured this out a long time ago, uses what Darion called earlier fear farming, where they keep that fear emotion running. They keep it running high, that anger and that fear and that worry. And that way they're able to control the outcome of the manifestation. I think we've been able to change that. I think we've been able to rise up differently than they have, actually, and do the same thing they're doing, maybe without realizing it. And I've noticed it happening more and more as we grow as a community. I've seen the effects pick up, but I've also seen the flip flops pick up, and that's something that really intrigues me a lot. It's things like that that remind me this is a very, very real phenomenon. The flip flops is just something you can't get over if you know what they are. But back to the MSM, I believe that's why they use fear farming a lot and keep people in that state of mind, not only to keep them easily controlled, but to manipulate the outcome of manifestations in the world. And again, I think we're starting to realize we can manipulate the other way. Now, this is all theory, guys. I'm not saying this is 100% fact, not by any means. I'm merely discussing the emotion theory. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. But everything stands to reason. Our bodies are programmable. They are water, majority. Water is programmable by emotions. Maybe that's why the chemtrails. Maybe very much that's why the chemtrails, Helen. Maybe. That's not off base at all. Matter of fact, the chemtrails could have something in it that react with the emotions that we don't know about if they figured this out already. I don't know. That's speculation, 100% speculation. But we do know. Oh, okay, back to the dice experiment. I've gotten so far off topic. So the dice experiment I was running, I would take one dice, and I would roll it maybe 3 seconds in my hand, however many shakes that is, and drop it. And I'd try to concentrate on a number and see if I could control the outcome of the dice. What I suggest doing, this was just a little quick test run I was doing with it. What I suggest doing is, if you're going to run this experiment, is recording all the data and see if there's any statistic anomalies. Now, I found that, and this is back to the subconscious thing, I found that when I just sit and try to concentrate with all my mental capacity, that I could not control the outcome. When I calmly relaxed, almost meditatively, and just let my subconscious kind of think of the number popped. And this happened 3 or 4 times. Again, this is not conclusive evidence by any means whatsoever. It's initial run evidence. But if you guys want to run this experiment yourselves, please, please, please note it down. Let me know the outcome. I would love to see the statistics on it. So, there's that. That's the dice experiment that I've been getting ready to run myself. I will also share any outcome I have. I'm going to try to do it digitally, as far as like recording the data instead of writing it down on a piece of paper. I'm going to have a notepad up and just, roll to 3, roll to 7, roll to 7, roll to 5, roll to 1, roll to 6, roll to 3, roll to 4, Helen's talking about doing the experiment and filming it, guys. My camera is showing a horrible yellow tint. I've got to get a new camera. It's got a short in it. That's why I've not got my camera up, just so you guys know. I know it bothers some people not having that camera up. And I don't blame them. I like to see the person I'm listening to also. Go back to this picture right here. This isn't really just, I can't get over, because some of these, like the difference between love and I will kill you, that's day and night. The difference between the water before and after prayer, that's day and night. There's just too many evidences to suggest that this, and okay, this also goes back to the emotion theory, this goes back to the frequency theory, excuse me, because emotions have wavelengths. Wavelengths are being put out. Different wavelengths build up to a point. They snap. They cause a shift. This would explain why the shifts are as random gets. It would explain why we can't come up with any significant data on how it's happening. It explains so much. The emotion theory does. You guys go look at Dr. Emoto's work for more information on that particular thing there. Michael Musco, another great channel I like, guys. Go check out Michael Musco if you ain't checked him out already. He's given this channel permission to use a lot of his music. A lot of things like that. Anyway, he's running the rice experiment, and he's been running it for 8 months now, and his findings are quite incredible. At the beginning of the experiment, he explains everything he did, point by point, exactly how he did it. He's got a very controlled experiment. Go check it out, guys. I think it's really neat. He's got some interesting data that doesn't quite match what I was expecting. But that's the great thing about data. It don't always have to match what you're expecting. That's why the theories. When we think about it, because chemtrails cover the sun gives us vitamin D, which controls happiness. We're already beginning to suffer because I get the blues. Just my theory. Helen, that's not a bad theory at all. I believe that's also why our sun is white. I don't think our sun's really white. Matter of fact, there's been evidences if you go out and for those who believe in space, for those who don't, no apologies, guys. Believe what you believe. Speak your own truth. Yes, no vitamin D in a simulator, but I don't think it's a simulator. I'm torn. I can go with the simulator theory half the time, but if we've been chemtrailing our skies for years and years and years, then that's the difference. It's kind of a lens before it gets to us. The yellow light is turned white when it hits our atmosphere and sent down. Though I do agree, Mandela Mile, I can lay out an extremely good case for the sun simulator being LEDs, and I can't remember if I've done a video on that yet or not on this channel. I think I did a little while back. So, Planet X, that's something else that, okay. Thing about Planet X, I'm not against Planet X. Nibiru, Wormwood, the whole thing, I'm not against that. Totally think it exists. Mainly because Marian's told us it did. But I'm totally not, my thing is, I don't think it's where people think it is. I don't think it's coming in our solar system like people think it's coming in our solar system. Let's see if I can draw this. I might be able to, maybe not. I'm not sure what kind of, no, I don't really have the tools here, do I? So if I can get an art program up real quick and draw what I'm about to talk about here. So far off topic, but since it's on the table, why not? And my computer wants to be a bugger. Surprise, surprise. This paint program up here, guys, and I'll show you what I think is going on. And I could be totally wrong. Probably am. Most of them are. What if the whole place is a simulation? Could be. Our emotions might control the simulation. Who knows? That might be the key to this type of simulation. So let me see if I can get a screen share going on here. See if it'll let me screen share this. Maybe, maybe not. It will. Woohoo! Okay, so we're in paint, guys. Grab me, oh, this is the brush I need. See here. Okay, here's the sun. Oh, God, guys, bear with me. I know the orbits are way off. Okay, that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. Where's my eraser tool? Give me a minute, guys. I'll get this fixed here. Show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So, you know what? Let's just call this Wormwood. Screw it, Nibiru, whatever the system. But I need a better brush. I need a much more fine point brush. What do we got here? There we go. Okay, see if this does it. No. Sun. Orbits. Move that one up a little bit. Move this one over a little bit. Okay, so. Oh, come on. Let me move that over. You guys get the idea. 1, 2, 3. So here's Earth. Third rock from the sun. Bear with me. I know my art is crap. I get it. Here's Earth down here, where I've got this really fine point pen all of a sudden. Here's Mars. I know the orbits aren't correct in distance. I don't care. Here, or I'm sorry, the other side of Mars, here is an asteroid belt where clearly a planet used to be. Let me go back, check the chat, make sure there's people left here. Moon, moon, elliptical moon. Okay, so back to my paint here. So we got the asteroid belt out here that used to be a planet. So it stands to reason this is where Nibiru came in the first time. Now, guys, remember, its orbit is coming on an elliptical. So instead of shaped like this, it's shaped like this, sideways to ours. It's coming in an elliptical sideways. So I believe it's coming in sideways by Mars when it does come in. Right where it came in last time, right where this asteroid belt is. If it's in a set orbit, it would come in the same place every time. It's not coming across into the sun and back out. That's not the way it's orbiting. It's coming across this way. So it would probably be coming through, I know it's a lot of lines, probably be coming through where the asteroid belt is right now, circling around, coming back through in the same spot. That's my thing about Nibiru. A lot of people have in mind that it's coming this way. It's not. Yeah, it's looking worse and worse by the second, I know. It's not coming in straight from like we would consider planets. It's coming in from the bottom to the top. So that's my thing on Nibiru. That's why I don't think it's like a lot of people are saying. I think it's coming in way further out there. Jim taking the water, talking to the Water Truman Show. Nice. Am I messing up, guys? Is my sound messing up? I do apologize if it is. See if we can go back to the picture here. So I just want to get that out. I've been trying to explain this for a long time. I got a buddy that I meet with every week. He's very, very, very into Nibiru, and we discuss it a lot. Again, I'm not opposed to it whatsoever. That's just how I think it's coming in. That's I think that's the rotation it's on. That's why I think a lot of these channels don't have it right when it comes to the Planet X Nibiru data, because the way they would have you believe it's coming in like past Mars, past Jupiter, past Uranus, all that. It's not. It's coming at an elliptical up the other way. So, oh, okay, gotcha. Want to make sure it wasn't this room you were talking about. Want to make sure it wasn't. So I've been having computer issues. So I just want to make sure that wasn't the case. And I've lost a couple viewers here. I said Nibiru and they said, nope, bye. That's great. But I hope you understand what I'm explaining there, Mandela Mile. I've been wanting to get that off my chest for a while, as far as how I think Nibiru is coming in and how it opposes what a lot of these channels are talking about. Which apparently I like doing. So there you go. Kind of running out of stuff. That's kind of everything I had. Again, we hit 1,000 subs, you guys. We are so proud of this channel. So happy. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been absolutely incredible to us. Open-minded also. That is excellent. But you see where I'm coming from as far as the orbits go, how it's different than what a lot of people are saying, because they'll tell you it's on the elliptical orbit, then they kind of explain it as if it's coming in a different way. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it there, guys. I do appreciate everybody who has hung out and stopped by, and it's been great. We're going to be doing a whole lot more streaming now. Apparently, I've got to get the numbers up for YouTube in order to open up my super chat now. Oh, it's not been an hour yet? How long has it been? How long have we been on? Michelle, how long have we been on? Sure feels like an hour. I feel like I've been sitting here rambling for quite a while, actually. Hang on, guys. Don't pop away yet. We might not be finishing after all. How long have we been on? It used to say down in the 48 minutes ago. Okay, ain't been quite an hour. We got 11 more minutes. 11 minutes. 47 minutes. Okay, 48, 47. Oh, yes. So I wasn't going to say nothing until I talked to Miss Michelle, but we have a reveal we're going to do very soon, guys. We've been doing an investigation for a couple weeks now on YouTube, and some funny things that have been going on YouTube. And I think we've found some really, really, really great information. I think it's something that you guys would be really interested in hearing. It's not Mandela effect information, but it is like how YouTube works type information. We found some really interesting things that people might not know about. So we've got a reveal coming up really soon, guys. We've got a great investigation we've done. Her and I have been working behind the scenes for, like I said, a couple weeks on this project. Try to get it narrowed out and try to get all the information together and get all the data together and make sure all our information is solid. You guys know me. I won't go forward with anything that isn't solid. We will be posting it on both Michelle's channel and my own. That is Michelle's Opinions for guys who don't know. If you're watching the after show, make sure you pull up the chat over there and jump onto Michelle Opinions channel and check that out. We will be posting both places. I will be doing the reveal on her channel since she's put in the most work here. She's done a whole bunch of footwork, guys. I mean a bunch of footwork. Live on mine, I think. Is that right? Yeah. live on Michelle's is where we'll be doing the actual reveal. And then I will re-upload it to this channel. So if you aren't subscribed to her channel, you can catch it over here. And that's really about it. I don't want to really give away too much information. Like I said, it is about YouTube. It is about certain things going on to certain creators on YouTube. Certain anomalies for certain creators have seen on their own, including myself, seen on their own numbers as far as the overview numbers and subscriber numbers and all kinds of stuff like that. Yes, definitely. It's information that anybody who's a creator on YouTube needs to know, definitely. Anybody who's using YouTube needs to know what's going on, just so they can maybe say something to YouTube and let them know that they don't appreciate such practices being done. But again, we'll get more into that. I don't want to reveal too much right yet. We will get into that on Michelle's channel coming up in next week or so, where we got to do some behind the scenes talk and figure out exactly when that's coming up. But we will do an announcement on here and definitely be letting everybody know about that. I hope I didn't run still 9 viewers. Good, I didn't run nobody off yet. To all those who are not in the chat, who are viewing, thank you. Thank you for hanging around and listening to us. I understand if you can't get in the chat. I completely 120% understand. I've been there. I used to work a job where I was lucky to be able to sneak earphones into my ear, but I did it. Mandela Miles said I'll sub you after Michelle. I thought I was, but YouTube unsub some of my. Yeah, happens to me a lot. I thought I was subbed to you earlier, Mandela Mile, and went over to your channel, and apparently I wasn't. So there you go. You're very welcome, Helen. I love getting true information out, guys. Definitely love getting. Yeah, I got it, Michelle. I seen it. Definitely love getting true information out. That's why, like I said, guys, you're going to go back to my channel. Some of you, especially if you're new to this channel, it's one of the first videos you're seeing. You're going to see debunks that I've done. I do debunks on claimed Mandela effects just to prove them as real Mandela effects. I don't do them just to disprove the ME. Quite the contrary. I like a clean data pool. And as a theorist, I need a clean data pool. It also makes me mad when I see other channels. That's funny, Michelle. It makes me mad when I see other channels out here releasing false information, and I look into it and find that they are easily, knowingly doing it, or just haven't found the information I have every single time. So, anyway, again, I don't do that to be me. Also, another announcement, guys. We are resurrecting the In the Den interview series for season 3. We've got some big names lined up already, guys. Go ahead and name drop just a little bit. I hope it doesn't bite me in the butt. But you guys know who Bill Bean is. We've used his work on this channel multiple times. We did the 33 Bible changes, then we did 33 more Bible changes. Ooh, Mermaid in Vancouver. Got to look into that. I just seen the thing about mermaids today. How synchronistic. But anyway, we've got Bill Bean coming onto the channel. We're in the works with him right now in emails. He has promised to come on. We just need to work out a time and date. The man's very busy. He's writing a book right now. He does 2 different TV shows. Plus, he goes on radio shows like the Kevin Baker Show all the time. We've been in contact for about a month now. Really great guy. He's about to give this channel a shout out. He loves the work we're doing over here, which really impresses me that he likes what we're doing over here. But check out MandelaBibleChanges.com, guys. We got him coming on. I've got Cynthia Sue Larson's email. I'm going to send her an email, try to get her on. Plus, we'll get some more smaller channels from the community and some old faithfuls. I'm going to try to get Mills Table Talk back on over here. Have Michelle's opinions. We always like to have her on in the den. So we got a big season of In the Den season 3 coming up, guys. I hope you guys definitely hang out with us for that. Last season we had a whole mess of people join the channel. It was really great. Views were through the roof. I hope to have season 3 even better. Mermaid changed into a girl in a wetsuit. Okay, Mandela Mile, I will definitely be going over to your channel very soon to check that out. I want to see that. Real quick story, guys, before I go. Every time I think about mermaids, I think about my ex-stepson. My ex-wife had 3 kids, and the middle boy, bless his heart, I loved him to death. Still do. He had an obsession with mermaids. He just loved mermaids. And I fully agree, Michelle. He loved, and he was so cute. He just 100% mermaids exist. How dare you say otherwise? We're riding home one night from church, and the radio, the DJ's discussing mermaids and how it's possible they're real and possible they're not. The DJ kind of left it as they're probably not real, which is fine, and I didn't think another thing of it. We got home, and he gets out of the car and marches his little self in the house and throws himself on the couch and just as upset could be. And I thought maybe one of his brothers or sisters did something to him. Or I said, well, what happened? What's wrong? He looks at me with just the most sad face he could ever muster. He said, big old eyes. He said, the radio DJ said mermaids aren't real. It took me aback. Like, oh my God, I didn't know how to take that. I finally calmed him down and I told him, that's just an opinion. Some people say God's not real because they can't see, got him calmed down. But I'll never forget that. That little man was just so upset because somebody said they weren't real. Like, how dare, and every time I think of mermaids now, I think of him. I will always think of him. I hope one day they do find them to be like legit, real scientific explanation, real. That would be just so amazing. But it was just so cute. I'll never forget that. So do I. Love mermaids. That's why I was so upset. I go there often. Gotcha. Gotcha. In Vancouver. You go to Vancouver often. Gotcha. I'd love to see something like a mermaid. That would be amazing. My sister says she remembers the mermaid, then after I told her it changed, she will never discuss it again. I gotta say, I've been real lucky here. When I tell people it changes, I've been one guy I seen doing his best to explain it. It was the Lion and the Lamb. And once he figured out that it no longer existed, he was hooked. Straight up hooked. Come and talk to me 2 or 3 times after that. It was really great. I've opened up a couple people's minds to the Mandela effect. It's been really amazing to just see, And there's some that have told me I'm completely off my rocker, and that's fine. I'll take that. I'll happily take that. 5-year-old is affected. Nice. Nice. But by definition, how can a 5-year-old be really affected? I mean, I don't know. I got to go for now as I got to leave for work when the signal goes when I leave the house. Helen, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you. It means a lot. It really does. Have a wonderful day at work, and I look forward to hearing from you again soon. Ta-ta for now. I'm being silly now. Guys, please share this around. Please get the word out. Please, please, please let everybody know about this channel. We're trying to promote it up again. We're trying to get more content back out. We're going to be, like I said, we're in the works with some radio shows. Trying to get on some radio shows, get our name out there, get some promotion going. Hopefully, truth will reside over lies in this community. I'm just going to leave it at that. I keep dancing around it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do it. I found myself watching a channel earlier, though. And after 10 minutes of watching the channel, I was screaming at the screen because all I heard was false information. And then even worse evidence to back it up. So there's certain channels I found I can't watch because I will literally sit here and scream at the screen and yell and fuss and throw a fit. So I've quit watching certain channels, guys. We won't see a whole lot more debunks coming from this channel. We're going to try to focus more on theories, interviews, get back to what the channel was originally built on. There will be a debunk from time to time. If something permeates the community that I know is complete falseness and I can prove it, I will. And I will not apologize for doing it. And I will not apologize for calling anybody out for it. So, on that note, guys, always speak your truth. In the words of Unirock, always be kind, just never be afraid to speak your mind. End quote. That's Unirock, guys. I love Unirock's quote there. But seriously, never be afraid to speak your truth, guys. And if it bothers somebody else, that means that they might not be very truthful themselves. Or they might not see your truth that way. Who knows? But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Thank you if you've made it this far in the show. I do appreciate you making it this long. I hope we've been able to entertain you and teach you something. That's about it for now, guys. Remember, October 15th, thank everyone that you can think of that is Mandela affected. Make sure you go over there and let's make this a Mandela Thanksgiving, the first of many that we hope to have. I've said it before, there are certain channels that I might not agree with their information, but I do believe they are affected, and I will go say thank you. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Dark Wolf's Den. I am Dark Wolf, and I leave you with this one great pondering. Remember, everybody, stay awake, but dare to dream. Bye, everybody.